that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
The World Health Organization declares the coronavirus a pandemic as it continues to spread around the world. This comes as more cases are reported here in Florida. And all Florida state universities, including USF, are moving classes online. 10 News This Evening starts now. And thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Katie McCall.
And I'm Allison Croft. You just heard it. The World Health Organization is now calling the coronavirus outbreak a pandemic.
So we want you to know the facts, not have fear about what all of this means. So text the word facts to 727-577-8550 to get the very latest confirmed information.
The upgrade comes as the number of cases outside China has quickly increased, but the threat to the public still in the U.S. remains low. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis just spoke about the cases here in Florida. 10 Investigates' Courtney Robinson is here now. And Courtney, he's limiting who can go to nursing homes and assisted living facilities.
That was what came out of what the governor spoke about just a few minutes ago. And as we've seen really since March 1st, when we learned about the first cases in our state, this has changed not just daily, but hourly, which is why it is so important that we are staying on top of all of this information that is coming out, because it is changing. And one of the areas where they are most focused, nursing homes and assisted living facilities, because we know that the people who are in there are at a higher risk, not of getting the virus, but of having serious complications because of COVID-19. So he effectively, in an executive order, banned visitors from going into nursing homes and assisted living facilities if they meet certain conditions. Take a listen.
Any person infected with COVID-19 who has not had 2 consecutive negative test results separated by at least 24 hours, any person showing or presenting signs or symptoms of a respiratory infection, any person who has or may have been in close contact with a person infected with COVID-19 who has not tested negative is prohibited from visiting a facility for 14 days from their interaction with the infected individual.
He also added that people who have been on cruise ships or traveled internationally are also going to have to stay away for at least 14 days. And remember, those who are working in these facilities, they're really the front line right here when it comes to making sure that they are protecting the residents who are inside, because they want to make sure that these facilities are able to control the cases and also contain cases if that happens. I do want to let you know, I spoke with the Secretary of the Agency for Healthcare Administration this morning right here in our studio, and she told me that at this point they do not have any cases of COVID-19 in nursing homes or assisted living facilities. They want to make sure they keep it that way, and we'll have more for you coming up at 5:30. Katie?
Good information, Courtney. Thank you. We don't want the word pandemic to scare you. So here are the facts. Pandemic just means a disease that has spread over a wide geographic area and is affecting a lot of people. The areas most affected include China, Japan, Italy, and Iran. There are now more than 121,000 cases around the world, but keep in mind there are only about 1,000 in the U.S. The threat to the public here in the states remains low.
But as a precaution, Florida is requiring all state universities to move classes online. The Florida Board of Governors said campus will stay open, but classes will need to transition to online as soon as possible. A letter from the state university system also said students who are on spring break shouldn't go back to campus for at least 2 weeks after break ends. The University of South Florida is getting ready to hold a press conference about these changes. We're going to let you know what they say.
The Hillsborough County School District is getting an earful from parents who say they could be out thousands of dollars after the district abruptly canceled out-of-state field trips involving air travel. The problem? Even though they booked those trips through their schools, some third-party travel companies are making it difficult to get a refund. 10 News reporter Eric Glasser shows you why that's especially true for a field trip to New York by the Plant High School Orchestra.
Well, imagine if your student was about to take an out-of-state field trip and they canceled it because of the COVID-19 coronavirus. That's exactly what's happening here in Hillsborough County. They have pulled the plug on all out-of-state field trips that involve air travel. For members of the orchestra here at Plant High School, that was already disappointing enough. In a couple of weeks, they were scheduled to play at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Now, not only is their trip canceled, but several parents say when they tried to get a refund, some travel companies that the schools use to book the trips have told them they only take guidance from the federal government, so no refunds will be given. Some families say that's going to cost them thousands of dollars, And the school district should look into reimbursing parents because it was their call to cancel the trip.
You've got student groups and teachers who've negotiated with private travel companies, with charter agencies to create the trip, and they've got to work with them to get that money back, unless there's an opportunity in the future where the state or federal government could refund this as part of a state of emergency, and we're helping them track that.
The school district says it wants to make it clear not all field trips have been canceled. For example, there is one scheduled to head to Washington, D.C. in the near future, but that one's going by bus, so it's still on. Others have suggested that parents should use this as a teaching opportunity to show our kids what patience and understanding looks like while awaiting information regarding what's next, whether it be refunds, reschedules, etc. The school district says it's not pulling the plug entirely on the Carnegie Hall trip, at least not yet. They say if parents want to get together and find some other form of transportation, whether that's ground transportation, renting buses, as long as it doesn't involve airfare, they say that would be okay. But they understand that some parents might be anxious about doing that right now with so much money already out there that hasn't been refunded.
And the school district concedes that even that policy could change at any time depending upon what it hears from the Department of Education. So as of now, Hillsborough County says it has 32 field trips planned over the next couple of months. 11 of those involve air travel, but they say most should have enough time to plan for alternative transportation that does not involve flying. And just within the last half hour, we have learned this. Next week's NCAA tournament games in Tampa are still on as scheduled, but a big caveat here, fans will not be allowed to attend. NCAA President Mark Emmert said in a statement, only essential staff and limited family will be allowed in. Emmert said the decision was made after consulting with public health officials and the NCAA's COVID-19 advisory panel. The Division I's men's basketball tournament, better known as March Madness, is one of the biggest events in college sports. The first and second round games at Amalie Arena will be on March 19th and 21st.
And it's not just school events that are being canceled. Miami's Ultra Music Festival was postponed. Texas's South by Southwest was canceled. And now you can add the 2020 Rodeo Houston to that list. That event included big names like Lizzo, Keith Urban, and Gwen Stefani. It was supposed to run through March 22nd. It is now shutting down immediately. So what about our big events? Well, Phil Buck is live in downtown St. Pete tonight, where we're getting ready for, as you know, the St. Pete Grand Prix. It starts in just 2 days. And Phil, the mayor there, says that this race will go on.
Right, and this isn't the only major auto race that's scheduled to happen here. Coming up next week, we have the 12 Hours of Sebring. It will also go ahead as planned, but organizers for both races tell me that they're paying very close attention and following the coronavirus situation very closely, and they will have added precautions in place at this year's races.
If you're not feeling well, please don't come to the race. Watch it on television.
St. Pete Mayor Rick Kreisman says he and race officials continue to monitor the latest coronavirus information, which can change minute to minute. The mayor made it clear. While the Firestone Grand Prix will go on, spectators and crews need to be responsible by practicing good hygiene and staying home if they're sick.
You'll still see the race, and you can see how beautiful we look on TV. And if you recently traveled to China, Iran, Italy, or South Korea, you should be isolating yourself anyhow.
But the Grand Prix isn't the only race in town.
Sebring is such a big race. You want it on your resume.
Next week, Sebring International Raceway will host the 68th annual 12 Hours of Sebring, where spectators have already started lining up their RVs outside the gate.
Last year we had spectators from 48 states here. It is a big international event. I would say Daytona, Sebring, and the 24 Hours of Le Mans are the three largest events of its type on the planet.
Both races will have additional hand washing stations placed throughout spectator areas, as well as hand sanitizer dispensers all over the track. And organizers at both tracks say they're keeping in close contact with state and local health departments to make sure they have the latest information.
If something were to change, then we will sit down with those folks and make decisions based on the data and the science that they share with us. But at this point in time, we're at low risk. We're not at community spread. And so we are still a go for Sunday.
And look, we're out in the pits right now, but we walked all through the infield in order to get here on our way here. That whole time I was looking for some of those hand washing stations or hand sanitizer dispensers that they were talking about. I didn't see any in place yet, but I'm told that they will be all over the place come time when the fans start showing up later this week. Not only that, but the Grand Prix says they're also bringing in 2 huge hand-washing trailers that they're going to have available, all in an effort to make it easier for fans to wash their hands. Everybody should be washing their hands and generally practicing good hygiene.
We have a list of what organizers of other local events are planning at WTSP.com. And here's a date we're all keeping an eye on. April 15th. That's the deadline to file your taxes. But because of the coronavirus outbreak, the Trump administration says it's working on plans to delay the deadline for most individual taxpayers as well as small businesses. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin told Congress this delay could put more than $200 billion back into the economy that would otherwise go to paying taxes next month.
You can continue to text the word FACTS to 727-577-8550. Don't call us. Text the word FACTS to us. Stick around at 5:30. We're going to debunk some of the claims that you've been seeing on social media.
And now to the other big story making headlines today. Disgraced Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison. He was convicted of sexually assaulting assistant Miriam Haley in 2006 and raping aspiring actress Jessica Mann in 2013. Weinstein had maintained that all sexual activity was consensual, but he said in court he feels remorse and he's trying to be a better person. Weinstein also faces additional charges in California.
A local school district is launching a groundbreaking program to help students follow their career goals.
It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Unique Services will buy back your old AC system for up to $1,750. Plus, you'll get up to 60 months to pay with 0 interest and no money down required. And up to a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Visit uniqueservices.com to schedule your free in-home consultation.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government. And I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Well, we've got some bad news for them. We are not going to cut Social Security. We're going to expand benefits.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
It's always a good day when these are my work shoes. I've been a hydrogeologist for 35 years. Now I lead a team of Nestle water scientists here in Florida. Our job? Helping to manage these springs sustainably. That means tracking water levels, caring for 1,100 acres of forest, and never using more water than nature provides. I take our responsibility to these springs seriously, so they can be healthy today and for generations to come.
It's time for instant cash savings during the Lifestyle at Tampa Bay Cash-In Sale. Save $50, $100, or $200. The more you spend, the more you save. Any purchase over $250, save $50. Any purchase over $500, save $100. Any purchase over $1,000, save $200. During the Cash-In Sale at Lifestyle of Tampa Bay, 1711 South Dale Mabry.
Dream big, live bigger at Cielo, and join us this weekend for the grand opening. This new single-family home community is perfectly located in North Venice, priced from the low 300s. Tour award-winning model homes and experience a lifestyle filled with amenities for fun, fitness, and community connection. Access to A-rated schools, the best beaches and entertainment, and low fees make Cielo a top choice for families. Join us this weekend or call 941-229-7064 or visit cielofl.com.
Many times, on my first call with a client after a car crash, they tell me they're not the type of person who sues. If you feel that same way, here are 2 very important things you need to know. First, many times when you hire our law firm, we can resolve your claim without suing anyone. And second, if you do have to sue someone, you're really suing their insurance company. Their insurance company is responsible for paying the claim and defense. We rarely, if ever, bring claims against people without insurance. Now you know. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Unique Services will buy back your old AC system for up to $1,750. Plus, you'll get up to 60 months to pay with 0 interest and no money down required. And up to a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Visit uniqueservices.com to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Coronavirus facts, not fear. Go to WTSP.com for the latest.
Broken springs are the most common repair that we do. That's why we get in, we get the job done, and leave you with a quality repair.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Florida is requiring all state universities to move classes online. The Florida Board of Governors said campus will stay open, but classes will need to transition to online as soon as possible. The USF president is speaking right now. We're going to let you listen.
Return home if possible. Although students are encouraged to remain off campus during this time, residential students who wish to remain in their residence halls may do so. All classes and necessary support functions will continue remotely. USF has developed a myriad of online tools to ensure continuity of academic and student support services, including counseling, advising, tutoring, and other needs. Although classes are moving to remote delivery, many normal university operations will continue, including student health services, USF Health clinical operations, and university administration and staff functions. At this time, all university-sponsored events on campus and other university instructional sites or off-campus events scheduled within the next 30 days will be postponed or canceled. We will continue to provide updates on our website, and I'll just remind the group, this is an example of hand sanitizer, so please use it liberally and regularly. So we're now prepared for any questions that you might have.
All right, you were just listening to the University of South Florida's president talking about how all those classes will start the transition to online, and a lot of the on-campus activities will be canceled or postponed at this time. That news conference is going to continue as soon as it wraps up. We'll, of course, let you know what further they have to say.
And he says they have all of that infrastructure in place, so that's good news. They should at least continue and not get behind in their lessons. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. He's got to look at the weather for us. Hey,
all this happening right around spring break, too,
right?
Guys. It's nice outside. That's one of the things that you can do. You know, you can get out on the boat, get out on the beach. It's beautiful out there right now. We are embarking on this stretch of weather. Well, we've had it last couple of days, but I think it goes through most of next week as well, too. That means 80s for highs, lots of sunshine, a few clouds each day, and a very, very small rain chance. 79 right now. Notice the winds out of the west at 13 miles per hour. That's the sea breeze coming back in. And what's going to happen is as we heat up each day and that air starts to rise, the cooler air over the water, which is about 68 degrees, will move in. And so you see how the colors, see the yellows up and down the coast here? That's slightly cooler air for the sea breeze because of the cooler water. But look at inland locations, 83 in Bartow, Riverview, 78 in Carrollwood, 73 in Clearwater. So big differences there. All right, now let's talk a little bit about coastal areas. 77 in Largo, 80 in Safety Harbor. Notice 82 in Lakeland and Plant City, 84 in Valrico, one of our warm spots out there. Satellite radar, this is just the radar here. There's not all of this is actually rain. That's really mostly smoke. But these showers you see here over on the east coast, or I shouldn't say that, the eastern side of Polk County, that's where we do have a couple of quick showers. It's out towards Avon Park, frost-proof area. All this green that you see here, Manatee County into southern Hillsborough, that is generally not on the rain side. Now, there is a small chance for a shower tonight. It is really, really small. You can see it trying to pop up over here. Some of that, again, is smoke. You can see all these right here are smokes from some fires. But partly cloudy skies will continue like we've seen the last couple of days, unless you're along the coast where the sea breeze is pushing those clouds inland. So it's nice and sunny. That shot I showed you from the Grand Plaza. Here's the forecast model now. I did want to point this out. 8:30 tonight, we will have the west coast sea breeze and the east coast sea breeze come together. If that sounds familiar, that's a summertime event for us. But I think it's enough to give us a small chance for a shower in Polk County, 7:30, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Watch this, it just goes away very quickly. So it's a really small chance. The model's overdone on this, but I do think we'll see 1 or 2 showers. Tomorrow afternoon, similar setup. Model's even drier than that, but temperatures stay just as warm. So get ready for more heat. Tonight, 62 degrees. Sun sets at 7:37. Generally a partly cloudy night, so it's going to be really comfortable out there. Now, we'll have more clouds this evening than we will overnight. So we'll see plenty of the moon out there. Then for tomorrow, we're going to start in the low 60s. We'll go to about 80 to 82, and we'll end up in the upper 70s for your Thursday evening. So if you're heading out and about, things are definitely going to be on the nice side. Just incredible boating weather. If the water was just a little bit warmer, right, it'd be almost perfect. Very light winds. East winds around 5 knots. They'll turn to the west around 5 to 10 knots in the afternoon. It's kind of what we're seeing out there. That goes basically through the weekend. Just a touch more wind on Sunday, but if you've got boating plans this upcoming weekend, you're looking good. Saturday probably be the best day, but you're not going to notice a big difference in the wind on Sunday either. Now, let's talk heat and record temperatures. These are my forecasted temperatures going out through Tuesday of next week. Look at these numbers. The average high is 76 for this time of year. Here are the records. They're pretty close. Saturday, 1 off of it. Sunday, 2 off of it. And pretty close as we get into next week as well, too. So we'll watch this. The one thing that saves us from getting to all these records is because the water is relatively cool at this point in the upper 60s, and that keeps us slightly cooler in the afternoon. Now, dew points. The humidity out there. That's going to come up just a little bit. When this number is generally between 60 and 64, which is the range that it'll stay in, it doesn't feel too bad out there, but it is on that scale where you start to notice the humidity just a little bit. We've been in the 50s. We're going to be in this range here. This is summertime. This is that oppressive summertime humidity. I don't see anything like that, at least not week and a half, so good. 82 on Thursday, Friday at 84, mid-80s this weekend. St. Patrick's Day, still relatively dry, partly cloudy, small rain chances, and mid-80s to turn that river green.
Mater Brothers Furniture and Mattress is here to help you create the vision you've been dreaming of for your whole home. Save up to 40% off the latest trends from all the famous brands you love to live in. Mater Brothers Furniture and Mattress. Bring your Florida lifestyle home.
This morning we showed you how taking care of your mental health could boost your immunity. You can find that on WTSP.com. Tomorrow, 5 things you can do to help keep your home safe from germs as Boost Your Immunity Week continues on 10 News Brightside.
What are they doing?
You've installed 7 security cameras
to their daughter.
You argue in front of her.
Oh, the hurt you've given her.
You are an abuser. You are an abuser.
Next, Dr. Phil.
Tomorrow at 4 on 10.
This is an extraordinary man with an extraordinary career in public service. He revitalized American manufacturing as the head of our middle-class task force. He led our efforts to combat gun violence. He fought to make college more affordable, championed landmark legislation to protect our women from violence. Joe's candid, honest counsel made me a better president and a better commander-in-chief. And all of this makes him the finest vice president we have ever seen. The best part is he's nowhere close to finished.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Kelly. She has, wow,
I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD and the free Spectrum TV app. Everyone can watch live TV on their devices.
WOW doesn't have an in-home TV app.
And we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel.
Well, I don't get that either.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-958-4499.
And Spectrum Internet starts at 100 megabits with no data caps. Includes a free modem and security suite.
You get all that? I pay extra each month for my modem and internet security software.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm in a contract and could end up paying hundreds to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll help buy out yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-958-4499.
Did you know that you can sell your life insurance policy for cash now? Paul just sold his. Yesterday, he was struggling to pay his medical bills and life insurance premiums. Today, he's rich. You can cash out on your policy too. If you're over 70 with over $50,000 of life insurance, chances are you can sell your policy for cash now. Call Harbor Life to get a free, no-obligation quote and see what your policy is worth. Don't cancel or let your policy lapse. Call now or visit HarborLifeSettlements.com to find out how to get the highest price for your policy. Call 1-800-299-3410 right now, and Harbor Life will send you 2 free brochures on what insurance companies don't want you to know. Once again, the phone number is 1-800-299-3410.
I'm Bill Winters. If you've been injured in an accident, call Winters & Yonker so we can start working on your case. Call Winters & Yonker for your free attorney consultation.
We still have a lot more to talk about when it comes to the coronavirus. But first, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, nearly 1 in every 5 adults in the U.S. will deal with mental illness.
But there aren't enough mental health workers to keep up with that demand. Emerald Morrow is at Tampa Bay Tech, where a groundbreaking program is aiming to change that.
At Tampa Bay Tech, we've had a health program here going back to the early 90s. So the infrastructure for adding a new mental health program to Tampa Bay Tech was a pretty easy thing.
And junior Nellie Jabbar could be one of the program's very first students.
I'm interested in the medical field.
Nellie is already in the school's medical magnet program and is weighing what she'll specialize in her senior year.
You know, originally I was thinking about being a regular doctor, and then I decided maybe I could be a surgeon so I can help people hands-on. But I also really like psychology and the aspects of it.
Starting next school year, seniors at Tampa Bay Tech and Lido High Schools can study the mental health track, where they'll be exposed to careers in psychology, social work, counseling, and more.
We have a shortage of mental health workers in Hillsborough County, the state, and in the nation.
According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, only 15% of the need for mental health care professionals is being met in Florida, a major reason behind the program.
Probably the biggest thing for students is just being introduced to what the mental health field as a career looks like. They may have heard of a psychology class or a doctor that's a psychiatrist or psychologist, but they don't really know what it means, and this is a good way for high school students to be introduced to that as a career and what they could do down the road with it.
Well, I feel like it's very important for people to know mental health, because physical problems aren't the only problems people may face.
Good to get them interested if they're thinking about a medical field anyway, and then you open up this huge opportunity for them. That's fantastic.
It's interesting that she was going to go into surgery and now is thinking maybe psychiatry. So that's good stuff. The district says it believes Tampa Bay Tech will be the first magnet school in the entire country to have a course track that focuses on mental health. Good for them. And we are focusing on your health. All this week on 10 News Brightside, it is Boost Your Immunity Week. From the best exercises to do to the best foods to eat, we're going to show you ways to keep you and your family healthy. Tomorrow morning, we'll give you some tips to get rid of any germs in your home. Just tune in to 10 News Brightside starting at 4:30. There are a lot of claims going around social media. We know this about the coronavirus, so we're going to debunk some of them for you.
The Lost Pearl, a pirate adventure cruise in downtown Tampa.
The epic love story of our time, Miss Saigon. Direct from Broadway. I'm getting you out! Don't miss the acclaimed new production of Miss Saigon.
Landing in Tampa March 24th through 29th. For tickets, visit strazcenter.org.
This is how we made bread back in the old days. And this morning. Every day, we make more than a dozen varieties of bread from scratch, using the same 14 steps we've always used, and bake them fresh right in our stores. So while most things change with time, there are some things that shouldn't. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Hi, we're OfferPad, and we'd like to buy your home. Just go to OfferPad.com, tell us about your home, and we'll send you a competitive offer. With OfferPad, there's no showings. You pick your closing day, and we'll even move you locally for free. All the control and convenience without stress. It's the new way, and it's easy. Our mission is about providing your best way to sold, and we're really good at it. We've helped thousands of happy home sellers, and we'd love to help you. Go to OfferPad.com and request your free purchase offer today.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Right now, during Toyota's Ready, Set, Go event, get 0.9% APR for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash on a new 2020 Toyota Camry. That's just 0.9% APR on the Toyota Camry.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Bernie is somebody who has the virtue of saying exactly what he believes, great authenticity, great passion, and is fearless. Bernie served on the Veterans Committee and got bills done. I think people are ready for a call to action. They want honest leadership who cares about them. They want somebody who's going to fight for them. And they will find it in Bernie. That's right, feel the burn.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
Survivor, Winners at War is about to change.
Oh, I'm nervous.
We're switching tribes.
Oh my God. I felt my game flipping through my fingers.
This could be catastrophic.
How did I get stuck stranded on an island with my ex-boyfriend?
New Survivor, Winners at War, tonight, 8/7 Central on CBS.
I'm not sure you're mature enough for college.
Where are you going?
To play with my trains.
A new Young Sheldon, Thursday at 8/7 Central on CBS.
Right now on 10 News this evening, you've seen the claims online. Tonight, our Verify team checks out whether election years are really times for major diseases. Florida is seeing an increase in Alzheimer's patients, and it's not just the elderly fighting for precious moments. Plus, the call center with all the answers, how one county is consolidating to give you information all in one place. 10 News at 5:30 starts now.
We know you're curious about what's going on with the coronavirus outbreak, especially after the World Health Organization declared it a pandemic.
So we're going to continue to bring you the facts. There's a huge focus right now on making sure that nursing homes and assisted living facilities can prevent and be ready to contain COVID-19.
The head of the state's Agency for Healthcare Administration visited facilities in Tampa Bay, and she sat down with 10 Investigates' Courtney Robinson.
What happens if there is an outbreak like we saw in Kirkland, Washington?
Our focus, because of that tragedy, is to make sure that we have the highest level of restrictions so that individuals, they're not coming into those facilities.
Have you identified the facilities that may not be able to contain the virus?
There are older nursing homes or assisted living facilities that don't have the structure, the negative pressure rooms. They're not set up for that.
The VA has taken an extra step.
Yes, they have.
Do you like what the VA has done by saying we are not allowing visitors at all?
We certainly are exploring where we need to evaluate, but our standard today is fairly comprehensive, but we understand that that may still lead to some questions. We think it's fairly solid in terms of, have you traveled internationally? Are you sick? Some facilities taking temperatures, but we will certainly evaluate whether we need to make that more comprehensive.
Support is important because we want to make sure that people are doing what they can to protect the vulnerable populations that are in these facilities. However, is there teeth behind it?
Well, there is teeth behind it. If we find violations that are systemic, that put their residents at great risk, we will obviously take the actions that we can as a regulatory agency. But I think it's also important to stress that the guidance is changing daily. We do need to be a resource to facilities, that they've got the latest guidance, that they understand what is expected of them today, given how quickly this is changing.
And Mayhew says if facilities put residents at risk, they could lose their license. If you have questions about the protocol in place at your facility or one for your loved one, you need to ask. If you're concerned, report that to ACHA, the number 1-888-419-3456.
And you have to be careful of people trying to take advantage of your money during this outbreak. Be wary of emails like this one. I got this one today. It's trying to sell me masks with delivery in 12 hours. The Better Business Bureau says this is exactly what you need to be careful not to buy into. It's getting a growing number of complaints from people who have tried to buy masks.
We've heard of scams where people order them and then nothing shows up.
Yeah, there are a lot of reports coming in now about fake mask sites, either that don't have masks at all and are just ripping you off, or that are selling substandard masks.
Attorney General Ashley Moody has activated a price gouging hotline, so that's meant to protect you from anyone trying to raise the price of things like hand sanitizer or wipes. So save this number into your phone, right there on your screen, 1-866-9-NO-SCAM. And if you feel like you've been ripped off, you are asked to report it to that number.
Coronavirus misinformation is still running rampant. Now there's a claim pushing a political perspective. It claims we've had a major disease every election year since SARS in 2004. But as our Jason Puckett found, it's making a flawed argument.
We're talking about this image, a whiteboard that says it comes from a doctor. Left side shows that every election year back to 2004 has had a corresponding disease or virus. The right side shows that the coronavirus is less contagious than SARS, has a, quote, cure rate of 99.7% for people under 50, and that the spread is leveling off. Are these claims true? Let's find out. Our main sources, the CDC and WHO. When we dug back, we found that this image is actually combining two older claims into one. The left side is this claim word for word, and it's mostly false. It says SARS was in 2004, the year George W. Bush was re-elected. It wasn't. CDC data shows that SARS was first reported in late 2002, and the CDC says it was contained by summer 2003. The same rounding of years can be found with swine flu, which was first reported in 2009, not 2010. And Zika, which was in 2015, not 2016. So this side is false. It misrepresents data to connect outbreaks with election years. It's also worth noting the WHO and CDC respond to outbreaks every single year. We've got a list online. Now for the right side. It is a word-for-word repeat of this tweet by Bill Mitchell, a host on Your Voice America. It gets a lot wrong. First, it uses the term contagion factor. Health officials call the rate a virus spreads its reproductive number. Early estimates show COVID-19 around 2 to 2.5 and SARS between 2 to 4. There's also no cure rate here. That would mean people are recovering because of a cure, and there isn't one right now. We do know, per the WHO, that about 80% of cases are mild and lead to a full recovery. Finally, the spread is not leveling off. Certain countries like China are seeing a slowdown in new cases, but other countries, including the U.S., are seeing cases continue to rise. So both sides of this board come from old claims, and they're both false. If you see more like this, send us an email with your verify. I'm Jason Puckett.
And you can also continue to text the word facts to 727-577-8550. Again, text, don't call that number. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to show you a special robot at a local hospital. They're using this to get rid of germs and to keep you safe.
We're also keeping you in the know with a look at some other stories that are making headlines tonight. In Polk County, forensic investigators are at a home on Kinsley Drive in Lakeland where a man was found dead. They believe what happened there is tied to a case that Lakeland police detectives are working on right now as well. There are few details available so far, but we're going to continue to update you as soon as we get more information on the free 10 News app. Curtis Reeves, the Wesley Chapel movie theater shooter, is back in court today for his pretrial hearing. The case received worldwide attention. In 2014, the 76-year-old retired police officer shot and killed Chad Olson. The two men were arguing over Olson texting during movie previews. Reeves tried to use Florida's Stand Your Ground law as a defense, but it did not work. His trial is scheduled to start on October 5th.
Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Ventel Bryant was arrested in Tampa on DUI charges. Just before 2:30 in the morning, officers spotted Bryant without his headlights on. It was near Howard Avenue at 275. The 23-year-old was showing signs of impairment and admitted to drinking margaritas. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says Bryant was booked at 4:45. He was then released on a $500 bond. Time is fast running out for us to avert the worst impacts of climate disruption. That's what the leader of the United Nations is saying about climate change. The latest report shows evidence that climate change is having a big impact on all aspects of the environment. The report documents unprecedented heat waves, fires, and floods over the past year and warns there's likely more to come. As part of the NFL and rapper Jay-Z's joint responsibility program, they debuted a public service announcement that focuses on educating kids about gun violence. Here's a short clip.
It wasn't just a bullet that murdered Hadia. It was a bullet that murdered Hadia, her mom, her dad, her brothers, her friends.
The PSA honors the life of Hadia Pendleton, a young girl who was shot and killed in Chicago in 2013. Narrated by her mother, the more than 2-minute announcement focuses on her life and tragic death. It urges kids to say no to gangs and focus on their future because their voices and their lives matter. It focuses on the nonprofit Hadia's Parents, created to try and end gun violence through unity and community investment. You can check that out at hadiaspromise.com.
The number of adults living with Alzheimer's in Florida continues to grow. Right now, Florida has 580,000 people with the disease, and that number is expected to grow to more than 700,000 cases by 2025. Caring for those affected costs money. 10 News reporter Madison Allworth met with a couple in St. Pete managing early onset Alzheimer's about how all of this is changing their lives.
This is my safe place.
At first glance, you'd never know that 51-year-old Teresa suffers from early onset Alzheimer's.
I lose my words too. I'm sorry. Sometimes it happens.
This once senior financial analyst was fired from her job in 2016.
She was having trouble planning and coordinating, multitasking, and keeping commitments. Those were the earliest signs.
In 2018, a doctor asked her to draw 2 o'clock.
She placed the numbers 1 through 6 on the clock, but not in the right spots.
That completely changed Trey and Teresa's lives.
I work from home now full-time after explaining the situation with Teresa to my employer.
Trey is one of the 1.2 million caregivers in Florida who provide 1.3 billion hours of unpaid care.
Some of the medications aren't very cheap and they're not covered by our insurance company, or they were taken off the formulary list and I have to call and make a case to have them put back on. So those are a lot of extra work as a caregiver as well, that I have to go through all these challenges to get Teresa the medication and care that she needs.
But they are also lucky.
And sometimes I get scared, and he's right there. He's rock solid for me.
The pair has one another and is tackling the obstacles of this disease together, head on.
Yeah, we try to stay in the present moment.
Yeah.
Enjoy what we have.
Here in Florida, the total cost for caring for people with Medicaid is around $2.7 billion. That is expected to increase by 28% over the next 5 years.
As families in Tennessee continue to clean up after last week's tornadoes, we're helping you prepare for severe weather when you see it.
It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Yum. Chili, chili, chili. Chili dog yum. Hormel chili. Pour on.
Shop the Rooms to Go 29th Anniversary Sofa Sale now through Tuesday. Get big savings and endless sofa possibilities. Every Rooms to Go sofa is on sale. Save on fabric sofas, plush leather sofas, reclining sofas, sleeper sofas, and sectionals. Every sofa you see is priced low to sell fast. And only Rooms to Go offers an opportunity like this. So shop the Rooms to Go Anniversary Sofa Sale now through Tuesday. Every sofa is on sale.
Introducing the most capable Sierra lineup ever. Step up to GMC with 0% financing for 72 months on these 2020 Sierra 1500 models. Plus get $500 purchase cash. We are professional grade GMC.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government. And I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Well, we've got some bad news for them. We are not going to cut Social Security. We're going to expand benefits.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has a plan designed just for you. And for a limited time only, we're making it an even better deal. Now you can get 2 lines for only $55. That includes unlimited talk, text, and data with no annual service contracts. It also includes talk, text, and data when traveling in Mexico and Canada. So if you're 55 and up, you can now get 2 lines for only $55. Because at T-Mobile, we have a plan designed just for you.
Yum. Chili, chili, chili. Chili dog yum. Hormel chili. Pour on.
Virus fears can have us looking at ways for us to proactively protect ourselves.
What you eat, when you exercise, even how you clean.
All can make a difference in fighting germs.
We want to train ourselves for the whole year by making healthy choices.
Next week, we'll show you some steps that you can take to lower your chances of catching something.
It is a marathon, not a sprint.
Watch Boost Your Immunity Week, continuing tomorrow morning on 10 News Right Now.
The garage door is America's new front door. Let us show you what a difference a precision garage door can make.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Families in Middle Tennessee are still busy cleaning up their neighborhoods after tornadoes tore through parts of the state. And you can help by donating to the Middle Tennessee Emergency Response Fund. The nonprofit is helping families to recover. So far, they've raised more than $2 million.
You know, and we're no strangers to tornadoes here in the Bay Area. Although we aren't experiencing severe weather anytime soon, there are some helpful things to know right now before the weather gets bad.
Oh, geez, it could happen to anyone. A tornado threatens your home, your business, your loved ones. And if you wait until the weather gets like this, it could be too late to take action. And that's why when a tornado warning's issued, even if it's bright and sunny out, don't get curious, get safe. And if you live in a home like this, that safe place is a small enclosed interior room on the lowest level of the building, a basement if possible. Let's take a look at a different type of building, a high-rise. Whether you're at the office or you live in an apartment, the same rules apply. Get yourself to the lowest level of that building in a small interior room like a hallway, or in this case, maybe a concrete enforced stairwell. Once you are in that safe place, if the weather gets bad outside, crouch down and cover your head. Remember, you're safest with as many sturdy walls between you and the outside as possible. And now you're prepared for the worst case scenario.
You hear Bobby say that all the time. If there ever is a tornado watch or warning, and you do tell people, get to the safest part of your home. Know where that is.
Do not want to be in a car. Car is one of the worst places to be in a tornado. You've seen some people climb up the overpasses, like get up underneath it, get up in between the bottom and that angle. Nope, because you're that much higher off the ground. The winds are so much higher up there, so not a good thing. One good thing for us, especially this time of year, and you're going to start seeing it up north, all these big tornadoes, all these dangerous tornadoes. We typically, in fact, over 99% of our tornadoes are EF2s or lower, which is really good news, but still you're talking 100-some mile-per-hour winds, and it can cause a lot of damage. Now, what we've just saw up in Tennessee, EF3, almost EF4. Over towards Putnam County. So yeah, they had some really, really strong tornadoes there. All right, let's take a look at our temperatures out there today. We talk about having quiet weather. It's quiet today. It looks like it's going to stay that way through the upcoming weekend. And that includes 80s for highs. Now, so far, Sarasota's only seen 79. And along the coast, we are going to continue to stay generally in the upper 70s to very low 80s, just because as we start to warm up each day, the wind's going to come in off the water and cool us off. But 82 in Brooksville, same thing. In Lakeland today. This is a live look from our weather-tight windows camera here at the station overlooking the mangroves. We call our mullet pond back there behind us, and it is a gorgeous day. Look how blue the skies are, so much sunshine. We're on the west side of the sea breeze line. Wind has turned to the west at 13 miles per hour. That's pushed all the clouds inland, or at least for the most part, east of I-75, and giving us really nice sunshine. We're talking 79 degrees and dew points in the 50s. It's a little bit warmer, as you can imagine, in locations. Low 80s for most areas there, while we're in the upper 70s for most locations at the coast. 72, though, in Clearwater and Newport Richey. So, yeah, a little bit cooler there at the beach. There's the wind. And notice our wind arrows here. That westerly wind is the sea breeze. This easterly wind here is actually the East Coast sea breeze, and they're starting to come together over Polk County. Now, we're not talking a lot of wind by any means, but it's enough that when that wind comes together, it runs into each other, and it can only go up. When it goes up, it'll happen here in central parts of Polk County, and it may actually spark a shower today. Most areas aren't seeing any rain. I know you see some green on here. A lot of that's feedback. Some of it's actually smoke. But if I show you a closer picture of it moving, you get a better idea. Those are showers here in Highlands County. It's parts of eastern Polk County. And in fact, if I look at it a different way, this kind of looks at the shape. And we can see the shape of raindrops in the red there. Notice a lot of that went away here because that is more rain than anything else. So that's why we expect a couple showers to move into Polk County tonight. It's not a big deal. Rain chance is only 10%. Partly cloudy skies right now. As the sun sets this evening after 7:30, we will start to see those clouds fall apart, and we'll go mostly clear for tonight. So really nice looking forecast. This is for Tampa. And I just don't have any rain chances. We're not going to see much. So back down to the lower to mid 60s again for tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow afternoon, after a comfortable start, we're going to go to 82 under partly cloudy skies. Give it another 10% chance for inland locations late in the afternoon, just like what we're seeing today. But there's just not much weather really to talk about. Less than 2-foot seas. I'm telling you, great boating conditions. 5 knots through most of the day, and then picking up a little bit in the afternoon as the wind turns to the west with that sea breeze around 5 to 10 knots. Now, the water's still chilly for spring breakers, 68, but that'll come up. That should be about 70, 71 by the weekend. That's the reason why. Look how warm we're going to get. 86 Saturday, 86 on Sunday. Overnight lows are in the mid-60s. Hey, we've got Mutt Madness in Dunedin. That's this Saturday from 11:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, lucky to get to 84 degrees briefly midday, and then cooling because the wind coming in off the intercoastal there off the water. But it is going to be a fantastic day. Really good weather actually for the dogs. I mean, because they don't want it to be too hot. Now, dew points, they will stay relatively low, a little bit higher than what they are. 64, you're starting to feel a little bit of humidity, but it's not oppressive. And I think that's the highest that I see for the next 7 days. St. Patrick's Day is looking good. Saturday, they're going to make the river green in downtown Tampa. Mid-80s under partly cloudy skies.
Can't wait for that. The bills just keep coming for a couple on Marco Island. They say they continue to get stuck with bills connected to a license plate that they returned to the state 4 years ago.
So now they're turning to the state attorney's office for help.
Violations on top of violations.
I know we've had at least 20 violations so far, maybe more.
The toll citation started showing up in Frank Troja's mailbox about 2 years ago.
We started getting tolls by mail from New Jersey and New York.
The problem, that's not his car, and the license plate in the pictures, one he turned in to the Marco Island DMV in 2016.
So the only way I think somebody could get this license plate is it had to be stolen.
Every 10 years, or if you drop your insurance coverage, you're required in Florida to bring your license plate back to the DMV. This is supposed to help keep scammers from using your old plate for a crime. But that's exactly what this Marco Island couple says is happening to them.
It's like a nightmare. We turned in the plates like we were told.
For almost 2 years, Troja and his wife Gwen have tried to clear this up and even turned to the Marco Island Police Department.
Unless he ever gets arrested or pulled over, this could go on for 10, 20 years. I mean, we could be in nursing homes or dead, and our kids are going to be fighting these.
A fight they're ready to end.
Gosh, how frustrating to keep getting those in the mail.
And with no real end in sight either.
Let's hope this one gets fixed, though.
So the Florida Department of Highway Safety says whenever you get rid of your car, you should take the license plate with you.
Simply Healthcare. Have Medicare? Choose Simply, the plan for you.
It's always a good day when these are my work shoes. I've been a hydrogeologist for 35 years. Now I lead a team of Nestle water scientists here in Florida. Our job? Helping to manage these springs sustainably. That means tracking water levels, caring for 1,100 acres of forest, and never using more water than nature provides. I take our responsibility to these springs seriously, so they can be healthy today and for generations to come.
Super Tuesday. State after state after state called for Joe Biden. Bernie Sanders goes on the attack. PolitiFact has called the Sanders campaign's attacks false. Joe Biden has always been a strong supporter of Social Security. Biden will increase Social Security benefits and protect it for generations to come. Negative ads will only help Donald Trump. It's time we bring our party together.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. Hello, and welcome to the biggest auto protection show on earth, brought to you by CarShield. I'm your host, Chris Berman. If your car is out of warranty or close to expiring, CarShield makes sure you don't have to pay for expensive auto repairs. That's why I'm a customer. Let's catch up with the action, where happy customers have saved thousands on car repairs.
The first 3 months, we saved $4,100.
CarShield saved me over $6,000 in engine repairs.
Those repair bills never had a chance. Look at those Hall of Fame dance moves. Saving money on expensive car repairs with CarShield will do that to you.
It's like having a suit of armor
around my car.
I never have to worry about being taken advantage of when it comes to car repairs.
We're just happy with CarShield. They put a transmission in it and a motor. Who does that?
When your car's check engine light comes on, that could spell big trouble for you and your wallet. An engine, transmission, or computer system breakdown could cost you thousands of dollars. But with CarShield, you'll never pay on covered repairs. CarShield covers practically all makes and all models, new or used.
When it comes to protecting you from expensive repairs, there's a new sheriff in town. CarShield is rumbling and tumbling all over that repair bill. Goodbye expensive car repairs and hello savings. This guy just scored the CarShield hat trick. That's towing, roadside assistance, and rental coverage at no extra cost. That's what I call MVP protection. Don't get stuck paying for those expensive repairs. Call CarShield and tell them the Swami sent you.
Now it's the time to make the smart choice and protect yourself from sky-high auto repair bills. Call now for a free and instant protection plan quote. It's only a matter of time until repairs are needed. And once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 800-985-5153, 800-985-5153.
Let our aggressive attorneys represent you for your personal injury case. Our firm will send an attorney, not an investigator, legal assistant, or paralegal. Winters and Yonker.
There's going to be a new number to call to get all the information you need in Manatee County.
10 different county info lines are consolidating into one call resolution center called 311. You can just dial those 3 digits to report things like potholes and noise complaints, or you can get info on elected leaders and flood zones. 4 employees are available to answer those calls each weekday.
It gives quicker, better responses to the community. We'll actually have more accurate information. We purchased a software application specifically for 311 that we can now analyze the data of those calls coming in so we can see what we need to do to better improve to help the community.
That call center can handle about 16,000 calls every single month. And if you don't want to talk to a human and you want to get your questions answered, there's a website and an app for iPhones and Androids. And you can also follow up to see what's happening with something that you report.
So if you say there's a pothole on your street, you can then get updates on the progress to get it fixed.
It's pretty cool. All right, for those just tuning in, we're going to catch you up on all the coronavirus news coming up at 6 o'clock. The governor's remarks plus USF telling students you got to stay home after spring break. And more